How are you, friend?
Everything's so good. Glad to see you again.
The same. And the kids, how are you? How are the kids? Iria, Anna, Alex, Didia. How are you, friends?
Fine, and you?
Better. Much better. You can imagine how difficult last week was for me, friends. Really, really hard. I suffered a cervical lesion because being young, I used to practice some sports and I injured my cervical region. And I don't know how, it was a domestic accident in the kitchen of the house, and it was awful, really awful. So I had to go to the hospital, and in the x-rays demonstrated that I have a lesion, so I have to take some physiotherapy sessions, and well, a tragedy, friends. But now we are okay. Now we are perfectly well, ready to continue with our beautiful classes, you know.
Yes.
But the problem is, my friends, that now for me everything are questions and questions and questions and questions, because I don't know what you did during the last week. I remember, for example, that I assigned a homework a week ago or more, maybe 2 weeks ago, and I don't know if you checked the homework or not with the other teacher. So I need some feedback. Retroalimentación. I need some feedback. Friends, the question is, did you check with the other teacher the homework on page 64? The reading about Lucy's first job?
No.
No? Perfect. Perfect. So we can begin as a regular class. Okay? Well, imagine that 2 weeks ago, my God, it seems that it was a year ago, but it was only 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, the final Friday of our classes, I assigned a homework which was a reading comprehension on page 100, no, nothing, no 164. Yes, on page 64. So let's go to page 64. I'm going to show you the page here on the screen for you to see it. This page. Reading and use of English, part 5. You are going to read an extract from the autobiography of Lucy Urban, whose first job was in her father's hotel. Before you read working groups, what do you think are the advantages and disadvantages of working with your parents? This was the first question. Maybe you don't remember this homework, friends. Don't feel bad. No, logically. But maybe without a very special preparation, maybe you can answer this question because it's a very easy question. I repeat the question. What do you think are the possible advantages and the possible disadvantages of working with your father or your mother or your father and mother? What a question. If you ask me, I could tell you. But the question is for you. Who can answer this question, friends? Imagine this. Imagine that your father or your mother or both together open up a new restaurant or a coffee shop or a hotel, and now you have to help. That is the question. Advantages, disadvantages. Nobody? Come on.
The one advantage
Yes?
is all saying the job. You, for example, father and You are the restaurant.
But what are the advantages and possible disadvantages?
One advantage, one disadvantage.
I can't hear you. Can you speak louder?
I can. Okay.
Good, good.
For example, you always can job,
Yes.
but in some of case, you don't receive money.
Exactly. What's your name? Because I can't see you.
Fran,
Ah, Frank. Yes, Frank. I agree with you. This can be a disadvantage. And not always, because some parents are aware of the problem and they give you money, a salary, a regular salary, the minimum wage. Maybe you don't know this expression, minimum wage. In Spanish, salario mínimo. Maybe the minimum wage, but you receive some money. But in other occasions, as you are the son or you are the daughter, they forget to pay you something. My God, you are right, Frankie boy. I agree with you. Yes, this is one of the principal disadvantages. And the advantage that you mentioned is right. As they are your father or your mother or your father and mother, you will always have a job in the restaurant or hotel or coffee shop of your parents. You will always have a chance of working. I agree. Very good. Thank you, Frankie. Friends, can you speak
you're
about
welcome.
this? Thank you, friend. Can you speak about this topic? Advantages of working with your father or your mother, and disadvantages of working with your father and your mother.
Other disadvantage, maybe problems at work can be bad for the family relationship.
Yes. What's your name, friend?
Iria.
Iria. Sorry, friend Iria, because I don't recognize your voice. Iria.
Okay.
Yes, 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 yes. And it happens a lot, Iria. It happens a lot. You have a more or less good relationship with your father or mother or both, but when you have to work with them and they are the boss, oh my God. I don't know you, because sometimes, friends, uh, Ilya, sometimes depends on the character of your father or the character
Yes.
of your mother. Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you know, Ilya, the meaning of bossy? Bossy.
Mm,
Imagine boss, bossy.
eh, yes. In Spanish, mandón, mandona.
Yes, because sometimes, Ilya, our father or our mother or both are very bossy. And they are
Yes.
constantly telling you, do that, do the other thing, and you never rest. You never have a break. Oh my God. And, Iria, if you add, si le añades, if you add what Frankie said, that sometimes they
Yes.
don't pay you a salary. Oh my God. Yes, can you imagine? Terrible.
Yes.
Is there any other student who wants to participate with this question? Advantages and disadvantages of working with your parents? Nobody? Okay, let's go to the second question. The second question is, what was Lucy's job? Who can answer this?
She was working as a waitress.
Yes. Who are you?
Maria.
Thank you, Maria. Yes, you are right. She was working as a waitress. Remember that waiter is the boy. Waitress, the girl. Yes, she was working as a waitress in her parents' restaurant. It was a restaurant and a hotel, right? Now, number 2, what part of her job involved making things?
The special role her dad created for her,
Yes,
creating packed lunches, cakes, and puddings.
excellent. What's your name?
Iria,
Iria again. Iria, my God, you see how difficult it is for me to recognize your voice?
don't worry.
This class, let me tell you something. These classes by internet are nice because instead of forgetting all the English that we studied, these classes give you and me the possibility for me for working and for you to keep your language, to keep your level of English and to continue preparing for the exam. Fantastic. But there is something bad. I can't see you. And there is nothing for me better than seeing you, joking with you, etc., etc. But well, we can't
Yes.
complain. We can't complain. Well, now then we have the text. For me, the text was interesting. Sometimes the texts are very, very boring. The majority are boring. But this, for me, was not. It was interesting, the story of this girl. And now the other part of the homework was on page number, I think it was 65. Let's see, 65. Here. Because here on page 65, we have question 4. Question 4. Let me make it bigger. This question 4 here. For questions 1 to 6, choose the answer A, B, C, or D, which you think fits best according to the text. Use the words you underline in exercise 3 to help you. Well, we didn't do it because I think it was not necessary exercise 3. Now, number 1, you only have to tell me A, B, or C. Only that. Number 1, what did the people working at the hotel have in common? A, B, C, or D? Opinions?
Sí.
Sí.
C. Very good. Very good. Next time, because C is correct, they all lacked experience. This is correct, right? But for number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, I think that is better instead of speaking, using, the chat. Copy your letter in the chat, okay? In number 2, what does the writer mean by doubting in line 24? A, B, C, or D? In number 2.
B.
B.
For Iria is B, for Maria is B, yes? And from Frankie boy?
Sí.
C. For Celia, B. Celia is here. Hi, friend. For Celia
Hello.
is B. Hello. For Alex, Alex. For Alex is A. Well, we have all the possibilities, but no. The only correct answer is for David is D. Hi, David. Friends, the correct answer is letter 2, frightening. Yes, letter B, Anna. Anna Lozano, my God, how long? Well, yes. So I repeat, in number 1, the answer is C, they all lacked experience, lacked, que carecían de, lacked. They all lacked experience. In number 2 is frightened, frightened. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about number 2. Daunting is the adjective they use for the cook. For the cook in the kitchen, the cook, the man who cooked, the chef. He was daunting. He was a kind of repulsive, frightening person. And maybe you didn't notice when you read the text but they mention something in his breath. In his breath. Did you notice that? En su aliento. So I think, friends, that the meaning of that is that perhaps the cook, el cocinero, the cook, maybe the cook was alcoholic. Hmm? If you have a chance of reading again the text, read it, and you will notice that there is a moment in which they say that he have a breath, that she, the girl in the story, she didn't like that. She didn't like that. Let's go on. In number 3, the question is, what did Lucy do while she carried food to the dining room? A, B, C, or D in number 3? For Celia is D, for Sylvia is D, for Ana Lozano is letter D, and for David is B, for Maria is D, and for Iria is D. Okay. The answer is, for Frankie Boy is D. Yes, the correct answer in number 3 is letter D. She started to look more friendly. She started to look more friendly. Friends, there is a microphone making some noises. And I think this is David. David, can you? Yes, thank you, friend. Thank you very much. Okay, let's go on. Wow. Here. Let's go to number 4. Lucy enjoyed serving breakfast more than dinners because the guests, los comensales, sometimes guests son los invitados when you are at home. But when you are in a restaurant, the guests are los comensales. So because the guests were A, B, C, or D. Number 4, opinions. For Celia is B, for Maria is B, for Sylvia is C, and for the rest of the class, yes, for Anna it is BB, for Alex is B, for David is B, no, D, for David is D, for Iria is B. Friends, more friendly, yeah, D for Frankie, but no, it's letter B, Frankie, it's more friendly, more friendly. So the difference is that during breakfast, when she entered the dining room as a waitress, the guests were more kind. You say good morning and everybody answered good morning, etc. But in the afternoon, in the evening, at dinner time, they were not, very sociable. That is the meaning of 4. 5. What was special about the food on Lucy's sweet trolley? A, B, C, or D? What's your opinion? D for Celia, D for Anna, and for Maria is D too. David D, Sylvia D, and Frankie? Alex D, Frankie? Frank D. Yes, you are correct, everybody. Letter D. It contains a number of new creation. And number 6. It says, what impression does Lucy give of her job throughout the passage? A, B, C, or D? For Anna is B, for David is B, for Celia is B, and for Frankie is C, for Maria is B, and for Alex is B. The answer is B. She looked for ways of doing it better. So the answers, imagine, my friends, that this is an examination. I like to be constantly self-evaluating, in order to know if I am doing well, regular, or badly. I need to know. So imagine that they are exactly 6 questions. So you need 4 correct answers, but you don't have to tell me. It's a secret. But if you have 4 or more, you are passing. In number 1 is C, number 2 is B, in number 3 is D, number 4 is B, number 5 is D, and in number 6 is letter B. Congratulations, friend. And now let's continue with our unit number 6, because I can't waste time with you, my students of Fridays, because we have only one encounter every week, so I cannot waste time. Let's go to the speaking on page number 66 in your beautiful book. And I know, friends, that now many of my students begin shaking because my students hate speaking. I don't know why. It doesn't have any explanation, you know, because the majority of my students pass the speaking exam. They have problems with the reading comprehension. My students sometimes have problems with listening. Listening is difficult, but not with the speaking. Yes, speaking normally is something my student pass with preparation, right? With tricks and things that I teach you. So speaking, the problem of speaking is that you have to speak. And if you are timid, if you are shy, you have more problems than the rest, right? Some people think I'm not going to speak because my level of English is bad. Incorrect. Because in Cambridge, teachers don't expect you to be very fluent and to be perfect when you speak English, that you have a large vocabulary. Logically, friends, if you have a large vocabulary and your pronunciation is beautiful, it's much better. What is the difference? That if I speak, but my level is low, I pass with 3, and the rest with high pronunciation, etc., maybe they get 4, 4.5, or 5. Yes, but I pass. I need to speak. That is the idea. That is what I am trying to explain, but I speak too much. You know me. You need to speak. We don't have many opportunities at home or in the street or in a club with friends. Not now. We are in a quarantine. But in normal conditions, we don't have many chances of using our English. This class is an opportunity. So let's go there. Let's go to page number 66, and the teacher is going to work. Give me a chance to work. Listen. My God. Here. In speaking this page. Speaking is divided in four different awful, terrible moments. Speaking, the first part, maybe you remember, this is when the teacher asks you your name. What's your name? And then some personal questions, right? This is part 1, but if you observe carefully, here we are in part 2. Part 2 is more difficult than part 1, because here the teacher gives you 2 photographs similar to the photographs you have here on the screen on page 66. And always, the name of this is set of pictures. Un grupo de láminas, a set, un conjunto de láminas, but they are always 2, right? In first certificate, they are always 2. In advanced, they are 3. Well, the teacher gives you 2 photographs similar to these ones, and always you have a question at the top, en el extremo superior, at the top, right? Friends, listen to me. In 1 minute, only 1 minute, I have to compare the photographs, finding similarities, if possible. I have to find something different, because if I can find a contrast, the name is contrast. Similarities, things that are similar. Contrast, one thing is different in each photograph. If I can find these elements, I will pass, but not only pass, I will pass with much good, better, excellent marks. And that is my purpose, to prepare you to pass with good marks. Well, so I see the photographs and I see something in common. They are young people working. I can use it. I can use this similarity, right? However, I see immediately a big difference. The girl is a kind of, es algo así como, is a kind of waitress, and she's working in a coffee shop or in a college canteen, because I see many students, or maybe it is the university canteen or the school canteen. I prefer university's canteen. You know, the name of restaurants and coffee shops inside a factory or inside a university, it is canteen. Well, I see that there is a young girl working as a waitress in a, and I'm going to say, there are many options, coffee shop, whatever, restaurant, but I'm going to say in a university canteen. In the second picture, the young boy is working as a coach for children, children's coach. And according to the boss, I think he's training little kids to play football, maybe. That's my idea. Maybe I am right or maybe I am wrong. But you know what, kids? The teachers in Cambridge don't care. They don't care because that's not important, right? The important thing is that you are speaking, number one. Number two, if you are speaking and you can find differences and similarities, oh my God, this is pleasure, love at first sight for Cambridge teachers. And then I have to do all these things as fast as possible, because before the minute finishes, I need to answer the question. The question is, what are the people learning from doing these two types of work? I mean, what is the girl, the waitress, learning working in the university canteen? And in the second picture, what is the coach, the young coach, learning from training and working with kids? Huh? I have to answer this question. If you observe exercise number 2, how could you use these words or phrases to talk about the photos? Excellent, because they are going to give me vocabulary to speak. Involve. Involve. El verbo involucrar. El verbo conlleva. Creo que pega en España, aquí en España. Cuando digo, este empleo conlleva trabajar con el público, servir las mesas. En inglés diría, this work involves what? Cleaning the tables, taking orders from the guests. What else? Assisting the people in the canteen, etc. You see, involves, involucra, because I want to say what is the content of the job. So involves can be used in picture number 1 with the waitress and in picture number 2 with the coach. An example with the coach. Working as a coach, el trabajar como entrenador, working as a coach involves helping children and teaching children to play football. Involves, right? Now, deal with, tratar con. For example, the waitress. She has to deal with the students in the canteen. For example, in picture number 2, the boy, the coach, has to deal with children. Deal with vocabulary, friends. C, not well paid. I think this could be, let us see, could be very good for the coach, because normally, friends, young coaches working with children in a primary school, normally they are not well paid. Maybe the waitress is not well paid either. Tampoco either. I don't know in Spain. Well, not well paid. The opposite is well paid. Now, letter D, coaching, entrenando, coaching. This is for picture 2. The boy is coaching kids how to play football. Letter E, full-time. I think that this could be adequate for the first picture, the waitress, but not for the coach. This is not a full-time job. No. Part-time. Yes, for the coach. Working as a coach for children is a part-time job. I can use it here. Or not, friends. Listen to me. Listen, Frank, Iria, Maria. Listen, Alex, Celia, David, Anna. You don't have to use this expression. The intention of the book is to widen, ampliar, is to widen your language, right? Your vocabulary. Now, letter G, keep somebody in order. Yes, keep somebody in order. Mantener en orden a alguien. I think this is perhaps for the coach, no? I can imagine a waitress keeping the guests in order. I can imagine a waitress in a coffee shop or a restaurant or a canteen keeping people in order. This is not the job of a waitress. I think the letter G could be used with a coach, because he has to keep children, not somebody, in this case it's children, he has to keep children in order. Mantenerlos calmados y en orden. G, for the coach. Work under pressure. Oh my God, this is perfect for the waitress. Because in one table, people are asking for this and that, and the other table, they want some water, and in the other table, they want more coffee. Oh my God. So work under pressure is a very good expression for the waitress. You can use it. And finally, keep cool. Mantener la calma. Mantenerse calmado o en calma. Keep cool. My God, yes. I think that the coach and the waitress both have to keep cool when they are working with the public or children, or not. You can imagine how little children are. You can imagine that. If you have little brothers or sisters, you know. Well, we are working the speaking part 2. And we know that in speaking part 2, always the teacher is going to give you 2 photographs with a question at the top. And in 1 minute, oh my God, in 1 minute, you have to see and immediately say the principal characteristic of picture number 1, similarities, differences, and then answer the question. What are the people learning from doing these 2 types of work? There is an example, right? There is an example. Let's see if I can find the example for you to listen. Wait a second, friends. Wait a second. Where is it? It's here. Because I want you to hear this. This is unit number 5. Unit number 5. And this is the listening. No, this is not the listening. This is the speaking. I'm going to put it here because I want you to listen to this. It's 17. And now I'm going to open this. I'm going to the chat. I'm going to the chat, and here I'm going to open that file for you to be able to listen to this. In normal conditions, I used to send you the listening by WhatsApp, but nowadays, I don't know why, it's impossible for me to do it. Here, this listening is connected with exercise number 3. Exercise 3, I'm going to show you exercise 3, this one. See that? Listen to Nikolai and Antonia doing this part of the test. Which photo do they use? Which photo do they use each word or phrase with? Right, 1 or 2, etc., etc. No, don't worry with this exercise. What I want you to notice is that Nikolai and Antonia are going to use all these expressions you have in exercise 2, involve, deal with, not well paid. They are going to use them. Listen. Well, I think this is not. This is not, friends. I'm sorry. Give me a chance. No. I was wrong. My God, it's Unit 6. Excuse me, right? Give me just a second. Unit 6, here. No. Unit 6 speaking. Where is it? Here. Oh my God. Yes, this is it. Oh, finally. Friends, can you hear this?
Yes.
Good. Thank you. I'm going to stop here because Nikolai said both jobs involve, see? When he says both, immediately the examiners in Cambridge prepares to give you 1 extra mark for finding similarities in the 2 pictures. I insist on that, friends, because we are humans. So during this oral exam, we get very nervous and we can make mistakes. We can forget the S in present for he and she, or we can use a word that is inappropriate, etc. But if I am able to find similarities and I use the magic word, both jobs involve in this example, but in general, in other examples, both pictures show, and I say something that is similar. For example, I'm going to use my words. Observe the pictures. I can say, both pictures show young people doing their first job. See, it's not a great idea, it's nothing very intelligent, but I get one complete extra mark. In the item, the student is able to find similarities. They give me one check mark, and this check mark of the examiner, it means one extra mark. So if I made some mistakes before, this extra mark is going to help me to go again to the maximum. So whenever you find a chance of saying something that is similar in two pictures, use the magic formula, both pictures show. Nikolai is using a derivative of this. He says, both jobs involve, but it's the same. He found similarity in the two jobs, not in the two pictures, in the two jobs. It doesn't matter. Cambridge is giving Nikolai one extra mark. I'm sorry, I'm going to repeat. Listen. I'm sorry. I'm sure neither of them, estoy seguro que ninguno de ellos, I'm sure neither of them are well paid. My God, beautiful. Another similarity between the two jobs. This boy is doing very well. Not always we find two similarities, right? So don't exaggerate. Don't try to do that. With one similarity, one extra mark. And with one difference, another extra mark is more than enough. Is sufficient. This is the difference. See? The girl's job may be full-time, whereas the connector that we studied in class, I think, whereas and while, mientras que this is magic, because when you use whereas, the teachers immediately be prepared for giving you the mark of, what is the name? They say the contrast. The student was able to find a contrast between one picture and the other, between one job and the other, one extra mark. So while and whereas indicate different things, both pictures show similar things. One mark extra for similar things correctly, if you say it correctly, and one extra mark for differences, contrast, while whereas, if you use it correctly. This is the answer to the question. Did you notice that? This boy is answering the question. What are the people learning from doing these two types of work? He answered this. And this is the other moment. I want you to be prepared for that because we don't speak much about this moment, and I don't want you to be surprised. Listen to this. The teacher always selects one of the two students, because you are always two in the oral exams, two students. The teacher selects one of you. Maybe you are not the selected for beginning the speaking exam. Maybe the teacher gives the pictures to the other student. Be attentive. Don't distract. Be attentive, because when the other student finishes with his or her pictures, the teacher is going to ask you a question related with the pictures of the other student, right? So you have to be attentive what the other student is saying and preparing for the question that the teacher is going to ask you about those pictures. I'm going to repeat this segment for you to understand. Well, this is the example I wanted you to hear. And this example is there in the chat. So anytime you open again this page, you can hear it as many times as you want to learn, because I think it's a fantastic exam. Okay, good, friends. In exercise number 5, let me show you the exercise. In exercise 5, they give you expressions that you could use. Not with these pictures, expressions you can use with all pictures in all possible exams, right? That's the importance of exercise 6. Listen again. No, we are not going to do it. Which of these phrases does Nikolai use? No, it's not necessary. They are all important. Both photos show, as soon as I say that, the teachers know that I am going to speak about similarities. Another, both the jobs in the photos involve, okay, the same, but not about the pictures, about the jobs. Neither of them, ninguno de ellos, similarity again. Neither of them are well paid, or neither of them is well paid. Anyway, the first photo shows, well, this is not important. While the girl, this is important. This is contrast, differences. While the girl in the first photo is working as a waitress in a restaurant, the boy in the second picture is working with children as a coach. Things like that, whereas to indicate that you are going to say differences. Another thing in the second photo is, well, this expression is not so important. I think both can, well, maybe. I don't like I think, I don't like that. In the future, in unit number 6 and 7, I'm going to teach you something that gives you mark, because I think gives you nothing. On the other hand, you know this expression, I think. So it is not very important. The final expression, yes, not just, but also. No solo, sino también. For example, he's not just stupid, but also ugly. Oh, qué ejemplo tan feo, chicos, pero no se me ocurre nada más. No es solamente tontito, sino también es feo. Pobre chico, ¿no? Okay, well, that is not just, but also. That is. And now what? Maybe you think, and now the teacher is going to ask me to speak. No, not today, friends. No, because I want you to prepare, right? Do you understand? I don't want you to surprise you and to hear how you improvise, because I know you need preparation. Logically, this is the importance of these classes. that I prepare you for the speaking. So I'm going to assign it as homework for next class. Next Friday, I'm going to begin the class evaluating you in this part of the oral exam. And these are your pictures. Observe your pictures here. The teacher says, I'm going to read the teacher. Here are your photographs. They show people doing different part-time jobs. I'd like you to compare the photographs and say what you think the people might enjoy about doing these jobs. Blah, blah, blah. Let me explain. The teacher wants me to compare similarities, contrast, differences, similar to the previous exercise. But besides, the teacher wants me to tell her, if the teacher is a woman, it's her. If the teacher is a man, it's not very usual, you know, normally her. So the teacher wants you to tell her what you think these young people are enjoying in their jobs. Something that for me is very difficult to imagine. So as it is difficult for me to imagine, I am not going to say never, because I am speculating. I will never say, she enjoys dealing with the public. Dealing with, remember the previous exercise, I am using this expression because I want you to use the new expressions, friends. Well, I am not going to say, the girl in the first picture enjoys dealing with the public, helping people. No, no, no. I'm going to speculate. Quizás ustedes se pregunten, ¿y qué es eso? Bueno, especular es que no estoy seguro y digo que parece que. Porque parece que, aunque no lo crean ustedes, me da 0,5 extra. Porque estoy usando un lenguaje que un chico de secundaria no ha estudiado. Okay, well, observe the difference. In picture number 1, the girl enjoys dealing with the public. This is 0. And now, the girl in the first picture seems to be, and now ing. The girl in the first picture seems to be enjoying dealing with the public. In Spanish, parece que está disfrutando, o parece que, sí. No voy a poner disfrutando, está disfrutando, voy a poner forma simple. She seems to enjoy. Parece disfrutar. ¿Ah? Si digo que ella disfruta, no me dan nada. Si digo que ella parece disfrutar, me dan 0,5. Pues parece que está disfrutando, porque se llama speculate. The student speculates. Do you understand? So that is the idea. Do you want an example? Listen. I need to find similarities. I need to find differences. If possible, I speculate. If possible, right? It depends on time. If possible, I speculate. I have only 1 minute. And I have to answer the question, which is difficult for me because I can imagine what the boy is enjoying painting a house. That's difficult for me because I hate painting. But well, I'm going to make it up. Make it up es me lo voy a inventar. I'm going to make it up. Because I want you to know, friends, that the teachers don't care. They don't care. Well, I'm going to begin. In the first picture, I see a girl who seems to be a shop assistant working maybe in a supermarket, while in the second picture I see a boy who looks to be a kind of painter. Both pictures show young people working in their first job, while in picture number 1 the girl is working in a supermarket indoors. In the second picture the boy is working in a garden outdoor. The girl seems to enjoy dealing with the public and helping people. On the other hand, in the second picture, the boy looks as if he enjoys painting. Maybe he loves color and he works with one relative, or maybe he is part of a brigade working with his father, doing something for getting some extra money. That's it. That's it. 1 minute. You see why your teacher can say this exactly in 1 minute? Because I speak English now, because before training, I needed more time, you know. I needed more time because I spoke too much. In my first examination, I used to speak about a lot about the girl and a lot about the boy, and I never finished because I didn't have time to answer the question, and I failed the exam like all people. Huh? Don't think that the teachers are perfect. We are just as you, the same, but with a little bit more training. Only that. That is the only difference. And that is what I want you to do. I want you to practice and practice and practice. So next class, next Friday, when I say, for example, Maria, could you please begin? Maria is ready. No perfect, Maria, nobody's perfect, but you do it. You do it. You are not timid and say, no, teacher, no. No, no, no. Anna, come on, let's take the exam. And Anna takes it because you've been preparing at home. In 1 minute, I have to compare similarities, contrast differences, speculate a little bit, un poquitín, speculate a little bit, looks, seems, and answer the question. Easy? No, the contrary, difficult. We need to practice. Well, friends, this is going to be the homework for next class. Do you understand? Say yes or no, please, for me to know, para yo saber.
Yes.
Yes,
Excellent.
Yes.
Yes.
I can notice that you are animated. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, friends, I have the homework, but there are many things that we have to study. Imagine that today we have to study the grammatical aspect of unit number 6. This aspect is on page 68 of your book. This page that you have on the screen, en pantalla, on the screen. Grammar, countable and uncountable nouns. I know, friends, that everybody in my class knows by memory the meaning of countable and uncountable. Who can give me one example of countable noun?
Table.
Thank you. Yes, table. In a classroom, you can have 12, 10, 9 tables. So if you can count the tables, 1, 2, 3, 4, it is countable. And who can give me an example of uncountable noun?
salt,
News.
Salt. What? Sorry, I couldn't hear. Could you
News.
repeat? Sorry.
News. News.
News. Sorry, yes. News. My God, this is a beautiful example. This is a beautiful example. You know why? Because news seems to be a plural. Seems. Estoy especulando, ¿ven? Parece. Seems to be plural, but no, no, no. News is la noticia, right? See that? Be careful with that. So it is uncountable. In English, news is uncountable. Perfect. Salt. Alguien dijo la sal. Yes, salt is uncountable. Food in general is uncountable. Liquids, uncountable. Feelings, uncountable. Right? Perfect. But when you study countable and uncountable nouns in secondary school or high school, things are not deep. And Cambridge wants the first certificated English student to study this topic deeply, the details, blah, blah, blah. So for this, we need to go to page number 165, my friends. 165. So let's go there. If you have your books, go to page 165. Let me see if I can. 165. Here is this 65. Nope, nope, nope. My God. 64, 65. Yes, this is the page. If you want, you can see it here on the screen. Countable and uncountable nouns. The mystery of humanity. Countable and uncountable nouns. Nouns can be either. Either es o esto o lo otro, right? Sobre todo después va a aparecer un or. Siempre either or es esto o lo otro. Nouns can be either countable, between parentheses, C, or uncountable, between parentheses, you. Oh, wow, what intelligent. However, some nouns can be both countable and uncountable. My God, that's a tragedy. But with a difference in meaning. They say it's healthy to drink tea. So here, tea in general is uncountable. The liquid, you know, the liquid. But now, would you like a tea? Only one, a tea. Here, tea is countable because you are not referring to the liquid. You are referring to a cup of tea, but with the passing of the years, people began eliminating a cup of una taza de. And now it is implicit, you know, it is implicit. When I said, would you like a tea? Would you like a coffee? The people understand that I am offering a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. So this is an example of how tea can be uncountable in the first example or countable in the second example. Do you see clearly the difference between tea countable and tea uncountable, friends?
Yes.
What a voice, little girl. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Now, the grammar, and this is the important thing, you know. This is the important thing. No, we have another example. Sorry, let's see the other example. Living in a large house is a lot of work. Es un montón. Se dice montón en España. Es un montón de trabajo, ¿no? ¿Qué se dice en España? Es mucho, ¿verdad? Mucho trabajo.
Yes.
Okay. So, living in a large house is a lot of work. Vivir en una casa muy grande es mucho trabajo. Work in general, uncountable. Okay, in this example, work is uncountable because it refers to the work in general. But now, the other example, that picture is a work of art. Between parentheses, a particular work, and in this case is countable. Well, I think it's similar to Spanish. Una obra de arte. In Spanish, we say obra. In English, we say trabajo. It's a work of art. It's a work of art. Tiene a work of art, so it's singular, and this is a contradiction, but not because it is a particular work. Now, the important thing for you, students, is this chart that you have here divided in two columns, and the analysis of this chart is important. So pay attention. It says, countable nouns use a or an in the singular. For example, when you say a job, an animal, a student, a car, you see? You know that. Now, in the uncountable, it says, don't use a or an. Logically, I think that everybody knows that, but it is not a bad idea to insist, right? With the uncountable noun, we cannot, under any circumstances, use a or an, because a and means only one. And if the noun is uncountable, you cannot say a. It is ridiculous to say, I have a water for you, honey. A water. Impossible, because I feel a love for you. Oh, it's ridiculous, you know, because love is uncountable. That is the meaning of this. Esto significa eso. Now, countable noun. I am again in the column of countable. The second dot, el segundo punto. Countable nouns can be made plural. Yes, se pueden volver plurales. Yes, logically. You can say a car or cars. You can say a book, only one, or books. Yes. But now I go to the column of uncountable, and the second dot, el segundo punto, the second dot says uncountable nouns cannot be made plural. Never. They cannot be made plural. For example, work. You cannot say works. Never. Work of art. Yes. You can say, look at those works of art. Pero es que es la expresión obras. Ya no es trabajo, es obras de arte. Okay. Okay. But normally work, never plural. Music, never plural. Food, never plural. Money, never plural, because they are uncountable. Now I go back to the column of countable nouns, dot 3. Countable nouns use some and any in the plural. Some, friends, any answers. Some, friends, any answers. See that? Normally, some is used in affirmative sentences. Any, normally, right, is used in questions and negative answers, and negative sentences. This is something you have to remember. Some and any with the countable nouns are used in plural. Some for affirmative sentences, any for questions normally, and negative sentences. Now let's go to the column of uncountable nouns. Dot number 3. Uncountable nouns use verbs in the singular. Interesting. If I use music, for example, uncountable music, I have to use is. If I use another verb, a verb of action, for example, music feels, I have to treat music as singular. So in present, the verb takes an S. The verb be is always is in present, was in past, because it's singular. All countable nouns are singular. Well, example, the news, and this is the example that a girl told me at the as an example of uncountable. Excellent. The news is, observe, is singular. The news is good. Music helps me relax. See that? Now, I go to the countable nouns. Dot number 4. Use few and many in the plural. Few students, many years. Oh my God, and what is the difference? Well, few is for the countable, but it means the opposite of many. So few in Spanish is pocos, pocas. Many is the opposite. You know that. Muchos, muchas, many years. Few students, pocos estudiantes, many years, muchos años. And now, let's go to the column of uncountable now. Dot number 4. Use some and any in the singular. Oh, it's the opposite. Uncountable nouns use some and any in the singular. Some food, any advice. Some normally in affirmative sentences, any normally in questions and negative. I don't want to hear any advice. I don't, negative. I don't want to hear any advice, friends. Okay? I don't want to hear any advice. Or question. Can you give me any advice, please? See that? And affirmative. My daddy gave me some food. Some, because it's affirmative. Normally, there are exceptions for everything, but this is the normal rule. Next, uncountable nouns use little and much in the singular. In the singular. It has to be singular because it's uncountable, never plural, right? Use little and much. What is the difference? Little information. See, so little information is uncountable. Homework is uncountable. What is the difference? That little is the opposite of much. Little in Spanish is poco, poca. Quiero que lo comparen con few, la columna de al lado. Les traduzco de nuevo few. Pocos, pocas. Little, poco, poca. See the difference? Much homework, mucha tarea. Much, mucho, mucha. Many, muchos, muchas. See the difference, kids? That's it. Well, now, that's why few and many is for the countable, because pocos, muchos, and little and much is for the uncountable. Poco, mucho. See? Good. Now the final dot, el punto final, the final dot in uncountable nouns is uncountable nouns use other words to refer to a quantity. Let me explain that in Spanish. Esta es la tragedia de lo incontable. La tragedia de los nombres o sustantivos incontables es que a veces en español son contables. Les doy un ejemplo. Advice, consejo. Advice in English is uncountable. You cannot pluralize that. Never. However, in Spanish we can say, me dieron unos consejos. Mi papá me dio 2 consejos que no olvidaré en mi vida. 2. See that in English is not possible. And there is a solution for everything. There is a solution for everything. Si yo estoy en esa circunstancia que ustedes algún día se verán porque están estudiando inglés y a lo mejor el resto de la familia no, de manera que un día viaja con un primo, con el hermano, qué sé yo, y entonces todo el mundo te mira esperando que seas tú quien traduzca, porque claro, tú has estado estudiando inglés. A lo mejor ya les ha pasado a algunos. Entonces ustedes tienen que llenarse de paciencia. Right? Y imagínense que le dice, mira, dile este inglés, que yo lo que quiero es un consejo. But now, you know that un consejo in English is not possible, porque un está contándolo, and advice in English is uncountable. ¿Cómo resuelvo ese un? Este por aquí que habla español quiere uno solo y este que es inglés no va a entender. Pues hay frasecitas que de cierta manera salvan este engorro. Y son a piece of. Miren, viene con el verbo advice. A piece of advice. Si lo fuéramos a traducir literalmente sería un pedazo de consejo. Y es para morirse de la risa. Pero en realidad en inglés cuando dice a piece of advice, está tratando de darte a entender que no quiere muchos, que quiere uno solo. Pero no puede decir uno porque es incontable. Entonces en vez de decir an advice, dice a piece of advice. Y de alguna manera, porque no es así enteramente, pero de alguna manera singularizó lo que no se puede singularizar porque es incontable. Right? Dinero, money, es incontable en inglés. Pero una solución es decir, un poquito, dame un poquito de dinero, a small amount of money. Ahora, vuelvo a consejo, porque se me ocurrirá, hablando con ustedes y aprovechando el español, que a lo mejor mi primo lo que quiere que diga en inglés es que necesito algunos consejos. Quiere pluralizar advice. La solución es some. Some. My cousin wants some advice. Ahora en inglés sabe que no es uno, que son varios, que quiere un poco de consejos. Y seguramente le dará 2 o 3, si es capaz. Do you understand, friends?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you. Oh, my God. This class without looking at your faces is terrible. Well, that's it. That is what Cambridge wants to teach you. And now I think it's very, very, very important, maybe more important, is this little chart that we have here. This chart. I'm going to make it big and big and big and bigger. This chart. Make a mark. Make a mark in this chart because it's going to be very important for you in future classes. Some common uncountable nouns in English. Accommodation. Never plural, friends. Never plural. Accommodation in Spanish is alojamiento. Accommodation always singular because it is uncountable. Advice. Uncountable. Please be careful because in Spanish it can be countable. Behavior. La conducta, la actitud. Behavior is uncountable, no plural, never. Countryside. Oh, I have read some works from my students using this in plural. No, impossible. Singular because, well, I say singular and it is an incorrection. It's not singular, it is uncountable. Damage. Daño. Equipment. El equipamiento, no el equipo. El equipamiento. Never plural in English. Que dile que necesito algunos equipamientos, some equipment. Pero equipment lo llevo hasta la T nada más. El some ya da la pluralidad. Some equipment. Que yo quiero solo un equipo, a piece of equipment. Ya lo singularicé. Experience. In Spanish. Yo tengo varias experiencias respecto a esa. No, in English no. I have some experience. Sin ese al final. Food. Uncountable. Furniture. Tragedy. 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 Furniture. Because furniture in Spanish is plural. O a lo mejor no. Pero yo siempre he pensado que furniture en español eran los muebles. Y a lo mejor hay otra palabra que también sea incontable en español, pero no lo sé, chicos. A lo mejor ustedes lo saben. Si furniture se traduce como los muebles, tengan en cuenta que en inglés nunca serán los muebles, sino some furniture. Always in singular. Homework. Oh my God. Homework is always singular because it's uncountable. Pero si he recibido varias tareas, diría some homework. Pero llevo hasta acá. Some homework. Some housework. Las tareas de la casa, las tareas domésticas. Housework. Information. Uncountable. Knowledge. Luggage, el equipaje. Singular. Yo en inglés puedo contar las maletas, las bolsas, pero no el ¿qué? El equipaje. No, no, no. Always uncountable. Media, los medios. Ya de por sí, como es latín, ya esta palabra es plural, así que no tengo que meterme en ponerle una S. The media. The media. The media is. Ahí es donde nos confundimos. The media is. Music is uncountable. News is uncountable. Paper. Y si quiero decir, dame 2 hojas de papel, 2 pieces of paper. Son 2 sheets of paper también, pero paper siempre singular. Pollution is always uncountable. Research, investigación. ¿Qué quiere decir? Las investigaciones no usan research, usan investigations. Scenery, el escenario, pero sí, ¿no? Es que, ¿qué se dirá en español? El escenario o el paisaje, quizás, no sé. Smoke, you know, el humo. Software, no translation because it's similar in Spanish, but no plural. Stuff, stuff, es cuando decimos esa cosa, stuff. Transport, this is a problem in exams because students tend to pluralize it. Transports, no, 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 doesn't exist in English. Si quiero decir los transportes que tenemos en Getafe, the means of transport, usamos means, M-I-A-N-S, los medios de transporte, y pluralizo medios, pero no transporte. The means of transport, work, bueno, es lógico, si homework no se pluraliza, housework no se pluraliza, pues work no se va a quedar detrás. Bueno, y si quiero decir, tengo 2 trabajos, I have 2 jobs. Tengo que recurrir a jobs, porque ese sí es contable. Ah, my friends, I am exhausted. Let's go to do some exercise and practice it, but my advice, make a mark on page, what is the number? Page 165 in your books. Make a mark because the exercises are connected with this, and I think that maybe you will have to be consulting this page constantly. Page 165. Now, let's go back to page 68 in your books to do some exercises. 68. Nope. Nope. This page. Exercise number 1. Most of these sentences contain mistakes. I'm going to stop here. Most of these sentences contain mistakes. Who can translate this into Spanish? Please.
Que muchas de estas frases tienen errores.
No, es por eso lo decía, nos confunde mucho el post. ¿Sí?
La mayoría.
Sí. Ajá, eso es. Chicos, si me dicen que la mayoría, quiere decir que hay algunos que no. Esto es típico en el examen. Entonces yo me pongo alerta a ver, tiene que haber alguno o algunos que no. Be careful. Most of these sentences contain mistakes which are often made by candidates. 2 of them are correct. Bueno, ya son más nobles. Me han dicho cuántos. No, sí, 2. 2 of them are correct. Find and correct the mistakes. Everything is connected with countable and uncountable, right? So I'm going to give you some minutes, kids, for you to do the exercise in calm, right? Calm. But please, when you finish, send me a little message, right, in the chat. Tell finished or done, and then I know that I can revise or check the answers. Come on, let's begin working. So David finished and Iria finished. Very good. And Celia also. Maria finished, yes. And Anna finished, my God. I'm waiting for maybe Alex or Frankie Boy. Okay, let's check the answers. Friends, could you please send me some informations about the job? What is the problem here?
Information.
Thank you for the chorus. Yes, informations. No plural because it is uncountable. Very good. In number 2, I hope you don't mind if I give you an advice about how to apply for the job. What is the problem here in number 2?
And.
Yes, an advice. You cannot use an. Can you use anything here?
A piece of advice.
Yes, you can use that. A piece of advice. Excellent. Now, in number 3, she's just found work as an ambulance driver. What is the problem? Yes?
It's correct.
No?
A work.
Is incorrect here because work is uncountable. So you cannot say You can say she's just found work as an ambulance driver. 4, public transport is still the best way to get around the city. What is the problem here? Correct. Yes.
Correct.
Yes, friends, it is correct. Very good. Number 5, the hotel also provides accommodations for its employees.
Accommodation.
Yes.
Accommodation.
Yes, accommodations in plural. Oh my God, no, because it is uncountable. 6, congratulations. The news about your job is very good.
Correct.
It's right.
Is right, is correct. Yes. 7, he works in a shop selling furnitures.
Furniture.
Yes, furniture is uncountable, no plural. Very good. 8, sorry to hear about the accident. Did it do many damages?
Much.
Much. And is this the only problem? No, another.
Damage.
Yes, much damage. Very good. 9, unfortunately, when we arrived at the airport terminal, we couldn't find our luggages.
Luggages.
Yes, good, friends, very good. It's not luggages because luggage is uncountable. Very good. 10, everyone loves the band because they play such fantastic musics.
Musics.
Music.
The problem is musics, yes. No plural because it is uncountable. And now, let's go, friends, to the second exercise on page 68. Spanish, I'm going to show you this. It's here, exercise number 2. Exercise 2. Look at exercise 2. It says, candidates often make mistakes with countable and uncountable nouns. Circle all the uncountable nouns in each list. And they give you number 1 as a matter of example. It says accommodation, it is uncountable. Luggage is uncountable. Scenery is uncountable. But hotel and suitcase, they are countable. Right? Circle the uncountable. Only that. Let's do it. When you finish, send me a message. Frankie finished? Have you finished?
Yes.
Good. Let's check the answers. Well, you know, in number 2, you have advice, information, knowledge, news, and suggestion. What do you think are the uncountable?
Advice, knowledge, y news.
And information too.
Information.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Yes. The only countable is suggestion. In number 3, accident, bus, damage, transport. Uncountable?
Damage and transport.
Yes. Yes. Very good. In number 4, bed and furniture.
Furniture.
Yeah,
Furniture.
very good, friends. Furniture is uncountable. In number 5, dish, food and meal.
Food.
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 Food, excellent. In number 6, homework, job, service, task and work.
Homework and work.
Homework and work.
Homework, I work.
Yes. 7, equipment and tool.
Equipment.
Equipment.
Yes, friends, perfect. Number 8, instrument and music.
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 Very good. Very good. Well, now, let's go to number 3. Complete these sentences by writing the word from the box in the gaps. Let's see it. Let's see it here. Exercise 3. In some cases, more than one answer may be possible. Ah, good. The words are piece, beat, deal, number, and amount. Observe number 1. Can I give you a, and I have a, of advice uncountable? What is the expression that we use here?
Piece.
Peace.
Is.
But now a secret. Beat is completely similar to peace. So you can say, can I give you a piece of advice? Or you sometimes can say, can I give you a bit of advice about shopping in this town? And both are correct. So please, friends, in your books, copy piece or beat. Good. Now, during the storm, quite a lot of trees, countable.
Number.
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 Yes, very good. So, a large number of es un gran número de, only for the countable. Only for the countable. Trees are countable, a large number of. Well, now, number 3. Have you brought that blank of equipment? Uncountable equipment. I asked for the amplifier, I mean.
Piece or beat.
Is.
Excellent, friends, both. Piece or bit of equipment. So it's only one. It's only one in reality. Very good. The amplifier, you see, only one. Well, now, 4. I've just been given, me acaban de dar, decimos en español, me acaban de dar. I've just been given a grade of news uncountable. Remember, they are 2.
Piece.
Piece or beat. Piece,
Or beat.
me acaban de dar una tremenda noticia. Esto en inglés es, I've just been given a great bit of news, a great piece of news. I've passed my exams. 5. Seb put a grade of effort. Effort is uncountable. A grade.
Amount.
Deal.
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 Yes, normally we say a great deal of. And now, but friends, amount is not totally incorrect, right? But normally we say a great deal of. Now, 6. There were a large of guests.
Number.
Number.
Yes, number. I repeat. There were a large number of guests at the party, judging by the food.
Amount.
Account.
Amount, yes, amount of food. Excellent, excellent. Now, friends, let's go to the workbook. Because in the workbook, no, don't do it, because we don't have time and I prefer to advance, right? Let's go to the articles. Here is part of the grammar of unit number 6, the articles. And now you have been working very hard. This is the moment for you to relax in your houses and listen to your teacher. Relax, friends, relax. Articles. Well, you know that similar to Spanish, in English, we divide the articles into 2 big groups. The defining articles and the non-defining articles, similar to Spanish. The defining articles in English is only one. Oh, what a tragedy. Only one article, the. T-H-E. The girl, the boy, the house. Compare this with Spanish, friends. Compare that with Spanish. La casa, las casas, el niño, los niños, las niñas. Oh my God. In English is they. This is the only the only definite article. In the other group, indefinite articles, in Spanish, we have una casa, una mesa, un maletín, un niño, una niña, una mesa, unos chicos, unos profesores. See that? In English is an, or an. The meaning is similar, and similar meaning. What is the difference? Do you remember the difference between and?
Yes.
Can you tell me, even in Spanish, it doesn't matter. What is the difference?
I think the first letter sound like a vowel.
Exactly. When the next initial letter is a vowel, we use or an.
If sound like a vowel,
And is very good, very good. If it sounds very good, yes, because it's a sound. If it sounds like a vowel, we use an. For example, egg, an egg, elephant, an elephant. See that? But if the next word, the initial word of this noun begins with a consonant, we use a car, a house, a lamp. That is no mystery here, right? But listen to this. So we use the indefinite article and only when we mention something for the first time. For the first time. Because if I continue speaking about that, I don't use again the indefinite article and. The second time, the third time I mention that, I begin using the definite article they. Maybe the explanation is confusing, but listen to my example. Yesterday, a girl, indefinite article a. Yesterday, a girl came to my office. The girl, see, the second time I mention the girl, I don't say a, because now you know what girl I'm speaking about. You know, you are ubicated. So the second time and the third, etc., I mention this girl, I say they. I repeat the example. Yesterday, a girl came to my office the first time. The girl was tall and blonde. They, because it's the second time. And now, there is a little problem with the. The sometimes is confusing for Spanish-speaking students because it doesn't coincide with the Spanish. If I speak about something particular, I say the. For example, imagine that I am speaking about the students in my classroom. I'm going to speak about the boys in my classroom. I say, the boys in my classrooms are very intelligent. And I use the article they because I am referring to one particular group of boys. But if I speak about boys in general, I omit the article they. And I say, boys are always thinking of girls. I spoke about boys in general, I eliminate the. I speak about girls in general, I eliminate the. Women think that men, see, I am speaking about all women and all men, I don't use the article they. Do you understand it?
yes.
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 Good, friends. Thank you. Thank you very much. I think this is a beautiful moment to do exercise number 5. Exercise 5. Here, on page number 68. Exercise 5, is that? Well, give me a second. I think this is, it's here. Oh, no. Oh. Yes, it's here. Sorry. This is it. For exercise 5, complete this text by writing a and de or nothing if no article is needed in the gaps. Let's do this, and as soon as you finish, send me a little message in the chat. Very good, David. So David, Sylvia, and Celia finished. Good. And Lydia. My God, yes. Well, let's check the answers. I was just 18, and it was, can you copy in the chat your answer? For David is there, for Iria is there. Yes. And for Alex is there. For Sylvia is there, for Maria is there. Very good, friends. Yes. For Anna is there. And for Frankie Boy is there. Yes, friends, there. It was the first time I had worked in office. Number 2. In an office, Anna. In an office area. And Sylvia. For Maria is Ann. For Alex is Ann. And for Frankie is Ann. Yes, Ann. An office. Very good, David. An office. It was summer. Yes, Celia, very good. It was summer. Yes, yes, very good. Maria and Sylvia and David, they, Frankie. Yes, that's perfect. It was the summer holidays, and I had just finished space in blank school. What about number 4? Nothing for Lydia, nothing for Anna. Very good, friends. You are very smart. And what about the boys? Nobody? In number 4? For Frank is nothing. Yes, perfect. Yes, Sylvia. Perfect, David. Exactly. Nothing. Nothing. Very good. Very good, friends, Maria. Very good. Nothing. In number 4, nothing. I had just finished school. I thought it would be good way of earning. D for Lydia in number 5. E for Lydia. E for Anna. E for Sylvia and Maria and Frankie. Yes, E is the answer. Yes, David. It would be a good way of earning bit of money. Celia, A. In number 6, A for David and Maria. A for Sylvia. And for Anna too, A. Yes. The answer is A. Earning a bit of money before I went to number 7, university. What about number 7? Nothing, Anna. Nothing, Maria. Nothing, Sylvia. And for Celia is nothing, and for Frankie is nothing. Yes, yes, exactly. Nothing. With university and with school, we don't use that. So, before I went to university, no, nothing, Anna. In number 7, nothing. No, Celia. Are you speaking about 8 or 7? Celia and Anna. Because in number 8, in autumn, B, what is B? 8, Celia. So it is correct, Celia. It is correct. Yes. What is the answer in number 8? Is D. Yes, Anna. Exactly. Yes, Maria. D. So I read university in the autumn. I spent most of day. What about in number 9? D for Anna, D for Sylvia, and for David too, D. And for Maria is D. And Frankie boy is D. Yes, friends, is the day. I spend most of the day keying, esto es el verbo teclear, keying, spacing blank information, nothing for Anna, in number 10, nothing for Anna, nothing for David, nothing for Maria Rodriguez, yes, yes, nothing for Celia, and for Sylvia and for Frank, yes, nothing. They key information into the company database, although I found job 11. D for Anna, and E for David, D for Celia, and for Sylvia, E, and for Maria, D, and for Frank, E. The answer is D. Although I found the job, not a job, the job I was doing, although I found the job rather boring, I earned good salary. Number 12, a good salary for Anna, E for Sylvia, E for Maria, E for David, yes, A for Celia and Frankie, yes, a good salary. Oh my God. To finish the class, let's do, what is it? Exercise 6 on page number 69. I can hear many noise. Can you switch off the microphones? I hear a lot of noise. Exercise 6. Spanish speaking exam candidates often make mistakes with articles. Correct the mistakes in these sentences. Some sentences contain more than one mistake. Well, friends, listen to me. I think, thank you for the microphone. Well, friends, listen. I think we won't have time enough to finish this exercise here in class. Iria, could you switch off the microphone, please?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you, friend. Well, we don't have time to finish this exercise number 6. It's very long and it requires analysis. So I'm going to assign it as homework, right? So what is the homework in conclusion? The homework for next Friday is, number 1, prepare for the speaking. Remember that the speaking are the pictures on page number 67, right? These 2 pictures are the exam at the beginning of next Friday. And the other part of the homework is going to be exercise 6, page 69. Do you understand, friends?
Yes.
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 Good. Anyway, I'm going to write the homework here in the, here, in the chat. For you to remember, homework is speaking page, what page? 67. Page, oh my God. Page 67, speaking. Sorry. Speaking on page 67 and, yes. Where is it? And, my God, it doesn't work. And exercise 6, page 69. Well, and this is the way in which we are going to finish this class. I don't see you again until next Friday. So we will have time to do the homework, prepare for the speaking. It would be wonderful if the majority of you can participate in the speaking exam. We don't have many chances of speaking in English, right? So take advantage, aprovechen, take advantage of this. Next class, the speaking and the article exercise. That's all. Thank you very much for being here with me.
Excuse
Yes?
me.
Yes.
Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you, friend.
Can I ask you something?
Yes, sure. Ask me. I can't hear you. David?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Sorry, I don't hear you.
Oh my God, I don't know why. I have no idea why, David.
Sorry. Excuse me. I can hear you right now. I sent you 2 writing exercises several weeks ago. Did you have them?
I have a work from Maria and
I sent you by email.
to Jerry.
Yes.
Okay, I have to check it. I have a problem, David, imagine, friend. The problem I have is that the only way, because I am an old man, right? The only way I have to revise your work and write notes and things is if I have the paper in my hands. But I lack of paper. Se me acabó el papel. I lack of paper. And then I can print it. So be patient with me, David, please.
No problem. I only want to know if you have them or not.
I have to check it.
Okay.
I have this from Maria, you know, and other works because I had paper. So I print it and I correct it and I'm going to scan it and send it to Maria. But then I finish my paper. I can't buy papers, you know, it's impossible. And I don't know what to do, friends. So be a little patient. Sorry, right? Well, friends, this is the end of the class.
Maybe you can correct by word because I wrote by word, no by my hand.
So I have to check it out, you know, to see
No
how
problem,
I can do it.
no problem.
I'm going to take a course.
Thank you.
Thank you, friends.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, friends.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Jerry.
Bye-bye, kids.